Imagine waking up in 2026, checking your banking app, and instead of that familiar pit of dread in your stomach, you feel a genuine sense of control over your financial future. Whether you're staring down a mountain of high-interest credit card debt or juggling a mix of student loans and personal lines of credit, that feeling of being underwater is something millions of us know all too well. But here's the secret that the banks rarely emphasize. Getting out of debt isn't just about the math. It is about the psychology of the person looking at the screen. You're about to decide which path you'll take to financial freedom. And honestly, the choice between the debt avalanche and the debt snowball is the most important decision you will make all year. The debt avalanche method is the cold, hard, logical champion of the spreadsheet. If you're the type of person who stays up at night thinking about the total interest paid to the IRS or credit card issuers, this is your strategy. To start your avalanche, you list every single one of your debts, but you prioritize them strictly by their APR, starting with the highest rate at the top. You pay the absolute minimum on everything else, but every extra dollar in your budget, every bit of found money, tax refund, or side hustle cash goes exclusively toward that highest interest balance. Mathematically, this is the most efficient way to pay off debt because it minimizes the total interest you pay over the long haul. By crushing the most expensive debt first, you stop the bleeding of compounding interest, which keeps more money in your pocket and shortens the time you spend in the red. On the other side of the ring, we have the debt snowball, which ignores the math of interest rates entirely to focus on the human element of motivation. This strategy is for those who feel overwhelmed, discouraged, or simply need to see proof that their plan is working. You list your debts by the total balance, from the smallest to the largest. Again, you pay your minimums on every account, but you throw every extra cent toward that smallest balance first. The magic happens when you pay off that first small debt and realize you have one fewer account to manage. It creates a rush of dopamine and a sense of accomplishment that feels like a massive win. You then take the money you were putting toward that paid off debt and roll it into the next smallest balance. As you keep going, the payment amount gains momentum, just like a snowball rolling down a hill, gaining speed and size until you're knocking out the largest debts with ease. So, how do you choose the right path for your life in 2026? If you're highly disciplined, numbers driven, and you won't lose steam even if the first, largest debt takes months or years to move, the avalanche is your best friend. It is objectively the faster, cheaper route to zero. However, if you're struggling with the mental weight of debt and find yourself wanting to quit because you don't see enough progress, the snowball is the better psychological hack. It builds the habits of financial discipline that actually stick. At the end of the day, the best strategy is the one you will actually follow to completion. Whether you choose the cold logic of the avalanche or the steady, growing momentum of the snowball, remember that every dollar you pay toward your principal is a step toward building a life where you own your income instead of handing it over to your creditors. Your path to 2026 financial independence starts with that first intentional payment. So pick your method, commit to the process, and stop letting interest keep you from your goals.
Control of your financial future? Hit that like button to join the community, subscribe for more ways to your money this year, and drop a comment below letting me know, are you Team Avalanche or Team Snowball?